She ain't heard a song like this though. It's a rose and a pistol, drunk outside with the rich folks. I see you throw up a peace sign when you see them giving art. This is a museum, double R back. This is the re-up. A thug changes, the love changes, and you can say friends became strangers. Throw up a white flag, we're in danger. Don't seem fair. Swear it's a war here, but I'm just trying to get a Holly Berry with the short hair. Take it back to the days we were playing Foursquare. Shit used to be so simple. Piece the Wu-Tang. Gave out lectures. Righteous Reg is the new name. Drop top Lexus. Hit the blunt with the blue flame. Getting vexed. Perfect flex on your boo thing. It feels like the final stretch. Bodybuilder nigga, I'm designed to flex. Looking for some shit, man. I ain't find it yet. Do you got some more in the back? Would you mind? Would you check? She ain't heard a song like this though. It's a rose and a pistol, drunk outside with the rich folks. I see a peace sign. And she ain't heard a song like this though. It's a rose and a pistol, drunk outside with the rich folks. I see you throw up a peace sign when you see him. Shit, I'll take mine. He met her at the end of the grapevine. One text message and it read, had a great time. Until we meet again like great minds. Yeah. I'ma keep fire till it smokes. Thinking about the future while he riding with his bros. Hella stressing, there's a giant up the road. Elevated mind state, yeah, they sliding with the pole. Shit used to be so simple. It was bars and instrumentals. Now she talking riddles. Jimmy Eat World, yeah, he's stuck in the middle. And she just wanna fight Chuck Little. Look, if you want a song, need a little hook and a bridge to get over. We can reminisce while the weekend gets older. Cleaning this fit, yeah, he's leaning his shoulder like young Dro. She ain't heard a song like this though. It's a rose and a pistol, drunk outside with the rich folks. I see a peace sign. And she ain't heard a song like this though. It's a rose and a pistol, drunk outside with the rich folks. I see a peace sign.
Welcome to Indeed. It's the Independent Wrestling Podcast. I'm Mike Hamley, here as always with my awesome co-host, Righteous Reg, who just might have seen, his new music video that dropped this week. What's up, Reg?
Very cool way to start the show, I think. I like to start every podcast that I'm on with a rap for myself because I'm very full of myself. I want to hear myself rap, and then I want to hear myself talk for 1 to 2 to 3 hours. Immediately afterwards is your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster, Righteous Reg. It's indeed the best independent wrestling podcast in the world. Debate Your Mom. Very happy to be here on this Wednesday, Mike. We are having a great time. It's the summer. It's hot outside. Wrestling is on fire in all kind of places. We got a really cool guest to talk about some hot summer things today too, Mike, don't we?
We do. Speaking of hot summer things, Summer Madness, ETU Wrestling is coming up on Sunday, and we've got the struggles here to talk about it. How are you doing?
What's up? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm good though. I'm excited. I got a lot going on. Obviously Summer Madness Sunday. I also got ICW Volume 50 on Friday also.
Ooh.
So I'm busy. I'm tired. I would like to sleep, but I'll do that later. So let's do this though. I'd rather do this. What's up?
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of talking, a lot of work for you this weekend to do. So you got ICW coming up. We're here also. The main thing we're talking about this week though on Indeed is ETU Wrestling.
Good. That's what we should be talking about.
That's your baby.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been around the independent scene in the tri-state area for
a
minute.
My first indie show was February 26, 2006. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ring of Honor. It was CM Punk's last show. He showed up in like a snowstorm, and then like 100 Ring of Honor shows later, here I am trying to copy it. So
I love it. That's That's the best promotion for ETU that I could get right there. Went to a bunch of Ring of Honor shows. Now we're just gonna do all that great stuff that
gonna
I
do it.
saw throughout the year. How long did it take into your fandom to you want to get into it yourself and try to maybe start your own promotion, start your own things? When did this whole thing start for you?
Let's see. So 06, I'm going to shows. I started a podcast in 2016,
Okay.
doing interviews, and then I did my first commentary in 2017, and I took over doing full-time commentary at ICW in 2018, and that's been 80 shows later or something like that. So but I didn't decide to do ETU until December. When was it? I have the poster on my wall. December 3rd, 2022.
Mhm.
So yeah, something like that.
21.
21, 22,
21.
21. Fuck me, right?
Yeah. Time is
21? Time is a flat circle. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
But yeah, I had no real want to do this. It's kind of like you trip and fall, you make connections, you talk to people, you learn, you see other people do it properly, you see other people do it really, really wrong.
Yeah.
So mostly that, mostly like
Mostly that.
mostly it's like, wow, they're fucking up. And so it's just like I could do that. And that's like my pro and con. I'll see it and be like, I could do that for better or worse. I can do that.
Yeah.
So that started with podcasting, started with graphic design, video editing, and fast forward all these years, I run a promotion. IWTV gave me a TV show for some reason. They fucking up. And I don't know. They let me run their social media too. It's weird, but they let me do a lot. And I just tripped and fell into it. But it's just because I work hard, man. I don't miss a deadline. I refuse to put out anything less than the best that I can do. So if it means losing some hours of sleep, well, I'll do it. It's fine.
You've been putting on some good cards with it, though. Like even going back, I still like going back and watching some of them. Tony Deppen and Homicide, the NWA.
Trip and fall into that. Yeah.
What title was it? I can't remember which NWA.
It was the NWA Junior Heavyweight title.
Yes. Okay. But yeah, that match, like, I love that one. I'll still go back and watch that. But and yeah, Summer Madness, insane card coming up.
Yeah,
looks great. You also mentioned that IWTV gave you a show. You're talking about what goes around with Brandon Kirk.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you land into getting a monthly IWTV show as well? Also, amazing concept though, because sitting down with wrestlers, spinning a wheel and just going through some of their like best or worst matches and moments. Danny DeMonto's pants come to mind.
Oh Lord. God bless his heart. Oh my
man.
God. The show came about where I do social media for IWTV, and I got close with Jerry, who everybody knows he has a big hand in running the whole deal. So he was just like, I think we want to add more original content. We have no problem getting wrestling shows on here, obviously. He was like, but think about MTV went from music videos to more original content to not playing music at all. But he doesn't want to go that far. But he wants more original content. The Life Of does really well. So he was like, I'd love to hear, any ideas you might have. Send me a pitch. So I sent two. One was like a deathmatch oriented, just because I have access. I'm around. And that one still might happen, but it's just kind of like a behind the scenes sort of, what the ins and outs of a deathmatch wrestler per episode. So it's just because I had the access to it. But with the wheel, it was just I watch a battle rap show on YouTube called Watch. It's ran by Avocado, and they sit down and watch battle rap with other battle rappers, and they have a wheel. So they spin it and they just watch and do like second, secondary commentary. So I was like, I'll just do that. So we decided to do that, and me and Brandon that's one of my best friends, and we started doing commentary for ICW out of Ron Nemi quit and went to XPW. Story for another time, but not today, guys. I promise. One
no,
day.
that's fine. No, not
today.
for our show.
I'm not
Yeah, no.
I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But yeah, he chose that. So me and Brandon started to do more commentary together, and people thought it was enjoyable. So I was just like, let's do this. And after some workshopping, some design, some polishing and whatnot, hey, we got a show, and we got some cool ones coming up and some fun ones. It's stressful. It's another thing that people don't realize. Like, I host it, but I also do all the graphics. I do all the post-production. So they're sending me 3 SD cards worth of camera footage, and I'm cutting everything up, putting in all the graphics, doing everything, doing all the production with that.
Wow.
So
Oh, really?
it's just another thing to do. But I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun. We're recording one the morning of ETU because I'm a glutton for punishment. But
Sicko Classic works in the wrestling industry. That's funny that you bring up that you watch that battle rap podcast, Summer Madness, that does have a battle rap.
That's where it's from.
Right. Yeah. Got you. I was like, I wonder if there's a correlation. Here you are confirming that it is.
Yeah.
Big battle rap fan, I'm assuming. Bringing that kind of thing into pro wrestling.
Yep.
How is it to kind of cross those kind of barriers and have ETU is very different production. You guys produce different things than other promotions. How is it to kind of separate yourself from a million people that are already on IWTV, a million wrestling companies?
It's hard, but my strategy always, with no matter what I was doing, was if I look the part, if I look big, act big, I'll get there. So I just decided I'll come out the gate. I might not really know what I'm doing, and I kind of don't, but I know the graphics are going to look really good. I'm going to go hard with these videos. I make all the videos. Every video you see for ETU, I made. The poster that I posted earlier today, that Mike was like, oh, I'm really digging this poster. I made that 10 minutes before I posted it. Not in 10 minutes, but had finished it 10 minutes prior, just because I'm a control freak, but I also have the skill set to be able to knock out a lot of this stuff. So I do. But when it comes to the battle rap stuff, it's just something I've watched forever. And I'm dying to get a battle at an intermission. I've become friends with DNA, Chess, Tay Rock, and a bunch of them. Chess comes to the shows. He'll be there on Sunday.
Really?
And so I'm dying to get them to do a 1-rounder in the ring with just wrestling bars. So hopefully we'll do that. But when I told DNA I was naming it Summer Madness, he just went and like, he's like, I'm not gonna tell if you don't tell. I was like, he was like, I ain't saying shit. He's like, I'm on Summer Madness.
Yeah, right.
I was like, well, fine, man. It just it's what I like, and it just hit for me. People name shows after albums, name shows after songs. It just the way of the world nowadays. We want to show love to the things we enjoy and cross the paths and show our influences. So it's just my way of doing it,
Totally.
That's awesome. Also, you mentioned wanting to, look the part and have these really polished videos and graphics and stuff. And that's actually kind of what caught my eye, because I was like, oh, this is their, like, going back even to the first show. I was like, this is their first show, but it's really like, it's not first show graphics like that are pretty slapped together, like 2 completely off edited wrestlers promo pictures on like some very weird background kind of shit. And I was like, oh, that's when I see people making the effort like that, kind of, okay, they're obviously investing some time and effort into making everything look good. So it makes me want to watch it that much more, because I'm like, well, that probably is indicative of what's going to go on in the ring, which has been the case through watching all of ETU's shows so far. Somewhere else that you've kind of have been standing out from a lot of other promotions is the key to the East Championship title belt itself
Sure.
is one of the it's one of the finer belts that's out there.
Heavy.
What? It doesn't look
Heavy. It's too heavy. It's so I'm so dumb. Like, all right. So just like anything that I do, no half speed. I'm going for it always. And just like I'm copying Ring of Honor and I'm copying URL with the name for Summer Madness, that belt is a direct ripoff of Dragon Gate. Like, I love Dragon Gate wrestling. I watched it when they came over to Ring of Honor. Then they were involved with DGUSA and stuff like that. I was at all those shows. I always thought the whole gate opening on the front of the title belt was super unique and cool. So I was like, if I ever had a chance for a title to design or make my own, I would do it like that. So when it was time, I was like, I don't just want to do heavyweight title. I just feel like everybody does that. Everybody's got we're the world champion, but the belt left the United States.
It's never been out of Indiana. I don't think you're the world champion. Dude.
Yeah, you're not a world champion, I promise. But I wanted to go backwards and do more regional, like how belts used to have territories and mid-Atlantic and this and that. So I was like, I'll do an East Coast title. I'm an East Coast guy. Like, I'm from New York, tri-state till I die, and that's just what it's going to be. So I love East Coast wrestling, whether it's from Florida up, I mean, fuck Florida, but
we get it. We know what you're talking about.
So I was like, I'll do regional. And this was right when that whole Southeast First movement was hitting with AC Mack and stuff. Yep. So I was like, I think I'm my brain's in the right space because it hit well. And I was talking to Jerry from IWTV, and he was like, oh, well, we're actually thinking about doing like a territorial situation with our title. I was like, well, then I guess I'm on to something if more people are trying to dial back to that setting instead of the typical my world champion. So they used to call the Dragon Gates titles were like Open the Freedom Gate, Open the Brave Gate. So I was like, oh, Key to the East. You need to win a key to challenge for the title, stuff like that. Just a way to kind of have an undercard type title built in. So you got to win a key. That means people are going to fight over keys. So I don't need a mid-card title. And sort of like the Chikara system where you had to have 3 wins to challenge for their tag titles. So I was just trying to combine a few of those things together with that. But then when it was time to make the belt, here's where I have zero chill. I was like, oh, I need it to be 5mm plate, 4 stacked. They were like, do you want it to be 24 karat plate? I'm like, of course. They were like, you want it to be 3 stacked or 4 plates? I'm like, 4. They were like, what do you want? What do you want? I was like, I want crocodile skin on the back. I want this and that. And they were like, all right. And it came in the mail like 4 days before the show.
Oh,
and I was just like, this is too heavy. It's like 13 something. It's like 13.5 pounds.
Oh shit.
And Masha put it around her waist and snapped it and put her hands up, and it fell off because it was too heavy. And I was just like, shit. Like, I should have thought a little bit more about this, but it's awesome. It's beautiful. I haven't seen it in a while, so I was excited to see it on Sunday. I texted her. I was like, don't forget that belt. So she did. She forgot it. She defended the belt in Action Wrestling in Georgia against Billy Starks, and she left the belt at home. And I was like, come on, kid. Like, get it together. But
when you got hella belts, it's hard to keep track.
She does. She has a lot. I will say this. She brought the wrong belt with her, because it was in like one of those black satin bags. So she thought that was it. I was like, no, the heaviest one. I know. Like, but yeah, I just have no half speed, man. I went in, and then it's beautiful. It's awesome. I love it, but it's heavy.
Yeah. Before we get into the Summer Madness card, I have a back end question, because you were saying that you do everything for for ETU. How long does it take from show completion to IWTV for you to work on a show?
For an ETU show, it's all live. It's all live. So I have,
and then it goes immediately to
but I have, but the work is in the pre, is in the
right on the pre. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I have a question about.
So like I have a to-do list of what needs to get done in order to, because I also do the same production for ICW. So I'm producing 2 shows in 2 days. Just one is I do everything. You know, the other one I do a lot, but it's intro videos, sponsorship commercials. Just before I got on here, I had to finish a 30-second sponsorship commercial. And it's just all the graphics. I got to write out all the spots for the commentators to put over sponsors. Because that's a big thing with me, is I'm able to put on shows like this because I treat sponsors well. I'm not beating anybody over the head. And also I am providing a platform, not just putting, you know, one little graphic up and nobody says anything. You know, I want to make sure that they feel taken care of. I do vendor tables if you're in the tri-state area. You know, we do video packages and just make sure that the commentators put them over, the ring announcer puts them over. So it's like a lot of stuff. You know, paying everybody. You got to pack all these envelopes, and I know a lot of people do PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and stuff. But I like I said, I'm copying Ring of Honor. I'm trying to give everybody the envelope. It feels good to get handed some money after working so hard. So doing that and just organizing all the graphics. I do all the on-screen graphics. So if you see the nameplates pop up, or you know, the live from Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, like I do all that. So it's a lot. I can't even think. I can't put a time on it. Too much time.
So you're doing stuff right now for both shows, is what you're saying.
Yes.
This week is the crazy week for you.
Yeah. I mean, with ICW, I gotten comfortable where I have like certain templates that I know that I want to use. So I just plug and play. But like we had a show in Tennessee and it was 7:30 and I was doing graphics at the commentary table. And people want to talk to me because the door's open. Oh, hey, how are you? And I'm just like, hey, I'm working. I'm so sorry. But if we could take a picture after the show, I promise I'm not being rude, but I just have to finish these graphics. And you know, I do all the music so I pull everybody's music and stuff like that and set up the playlist for the show. And it's just a lot of odds and ends and stuff like that. So but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's just like how it is. I thought it would be like Danny. I had already had the date, and DeMonto was like, "Do you mind if I run Friday?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no big deal." And now I'm like, I should have said, "Fuck off." Like, it's just,
I know what I said, dude, but can we change it?
Yeah, please.
You got a double header coming up in September now too.
That's fine. In one day, that was his idea. He was like, "Hey, I got the Heart Ballroom. You want to run day night?" And I was just like, "Yeah." Heart Ballroom's close. Like H2O is like 3 hours from me. Heart Ballroom's like 50 minutes, so I can do that. The Mecca's like 50 also. I can do that. That's fine. So doing 2 shows in one day, especially where I just, as long as I space it out, then I'm fine. You know, there are days where I'm riding to an ICW show and doing graphics in the passenger seat as we're riding to the show. And that's probably not ideal, but but it's what we do. I've been doing graphics in a cornfield in Michigan, running off the hotspot on my phone. Like, hey, I hope this works. And it did. So it was fine. But I do like to cut it close for whatever reason.
It's wrestling. You can't help yourself.
It is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's gonna, like, I'm gonna wait always. I'm actually ahead of the game here. ETU graphics are done. ICW graphics are done. I just finished up some commercials.
See,
I just finished another. It's ICW No Holds Barred 50. So it's like a kind of like a milestone. So I just finished some videos. Got like 1 or 2 more, and then I'm kind of good. So I'll spend the rest of today and tomorrow, and I'll be good. I'll be done. Maybe.
Just a matter of getting to the weekend and getting through the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. So you do have a pretty eclectic card again for Summer Madness.
Yeah.
So I do want to kind of go into it a little bit. Just to like on the surface, because you have like a very diverse range of matchups across all these shows. How much thought and I'd say like how much thought do you put into specifically like you know the broad diversity of the card?
Uh, I like to approach it, especially now this we're going into our 6th show. I like to approach it where it's like I'm making a samurai sword, and then I'm working backwards. So it's like I know what I want the finest point to be. You know, my main event. I know what I want it to be, and now it's like, well, work backwards. What other stories am I trying to incorporate? I get messaged a lot. Hey, can I be on your show? And that's normal. That's pro wrestling.
Yep.
You know, but I have to say to people, you need to let me book the matches that are storyline oriented with my roster so that then I can assess what not throwaway spots, but what's available for somebody to debut. So it's not easy. You think, oh, he's got a show, there should be a spot for me. But in actuality, it's like when you're working with a roster and maybe 2 or 3 different intricate storylines, then it's like, well, maybe I really only have like 2 or 3 actual available spots. So it's difficult. And then it's a list of people of who I think. I tell this to everybody and I mean it. I'll shoot you a message when there's a spot that I think that you could be successful in. I don't just want to pop somebody in a scramble. I'm not a scramble guy.
Scramble. I was gonna ask about that. You don't have anything of that sort on your show.
4-corner survival, which is a Ring of Honor thing. You get aspects of a scramble, but you have to tag to get in. So It starts off, like a singles. You get aspects of a singles, but then it can break down into a scramble like. But I like that type of match because if something organically spawns where you see the chemistry between 2 wrestlers, or maybe something happens, like I said, organically, then I can turn it into more as I move forward. As in a scramble, it's like, hey, get your power spot in, get your fast high spot in, get your flippy spot in, and then that's it. And everybody kind of forgets about it. So I try and stray away from it. I've done one before and I hated it. So
then my least favorite spot comes. They call it the waterfall spot. One person hits their spot, then the next person comes in and hits their spot, then the next person comes in and hits that. I hate that.
They wait. They gotta wait.
So it drives me crazy. Some Ring of Honor connection in this show. One of the most interesting matches of this card. The SAT, the tag team match. They're going to be taking on the Miracle Generation. And this is just like the SAT are part of the reason that I like independent wrestling in its current form. And the Miracle Generation are the babies of that. So this match is like, this is a generation match. How did you come up with putting this match together?
So I knew I wanted to have Miracle Gen on the show to defend the independent wrestling tag team titles. I knew that. The SAT came back to wrestling for me at my first show.
Right.
They hadn't wrestled. There's 3 of them, but those 2, Jose and Joel, hadn't tagged in maybe 10 years, I think.
Wow.
Maybe it was 8, something like that. Joel had been active, but Jose not. So they hadn't been together as the original SAT in almost 10 years. So when they came back, it was a big deal for me. I'm a Ring of Honor guy, Jersey All Pro guy, so early ICW guy. So it was a big deal for me. And they were like, let's just keep going. And then I struggled with what's their role. Do they get the Supreme Dream match? Do they get this? So on the second show, they got the Rock and Roll Express, which is crazy, like Fever Dream. And then the next show, they were hurt. They were supposed to be in the tag tournament for the titles that Miracle Generation has. They were supposed to wrestle Violence is Forever. Both Joel and Jose were hurt. So the minute I had the tag title match, it had to be the Maximos because they never got the shot to even be in the tournament. So it just made sense to me. So that was the reasoning behind it. And the whole fathers of the style of today and the Miracle Generation are literally the sons of the generation. They are from them, and it just made sense. It was easy money. That's the best way to put it.
No-brainer booking.
Yeah. Actually, kind of throwing back to some older Ring of Honor. We talked about him earlier with his match with Tony Deppen too. You also have Homicide coming back to wrestle Danny DeMonto.
I am on a tour to have anyone that I can find beat up Danny DeMonto. That is my ultimate goal, is to find anyone and everyone to beat that man up. And I am succeeding, and it's been a great time. Having Homicide on the show is the best. He's top 5. He's in my top 5 all time.
He's so cool, humble, a legend. Like all the great things you could say about a wrestler is Homicide.
Yep, he's awesome. I was at the Final Battle 06 when he won the title from American Dragon. I was there. It's still one of my favorite live wrestling moments ever. And with him, the first time I met him, I had interviewed him, and then I met him in person, and I was like, hey, what's going on? I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you. And somebody whispered in his ear, and he was like, they told him I was the Struggles. And he was like, no, you're not Ryan. You're the fucking Struggles. He's like, own that shit. And I was like, okay. So I guess that was in 2017. So I was like, I guess I'm that now. So you can thank the Notorious 187 for my stupid fucking name. So
I did actually message you too, and I'm like, what do you want me to put on the graphics for the name? It's just the Struggles.
There it is. It's fine. Everybody calls
Homicide.
Yeah, it's fine. So people call him Homicide. I mean, could be worse, I guess.
Could be much worse.
Yeah. But he's great. He's awesome. Him and Danny haven't wrestled in 9 years, I was told. Last time they worked, but they're a product of the same school. They both went to the Doghouse, trained there. Homicide kind of had a hand in training Danny. And it's a bit of a situation that's long and forgotten, that hard-nosed New York sweatbox training where a lot of these real tough individuals came from. People love to bust Danny's balls, me included. He goes out there and does it, though. Not a lot of other promoters go out there and do it. I don't see anybody else taking light tubes and bleeding and doing moonsaults and doing all this stuff. But I'm not doing it, but he certainly does. He's got to wrestle Bobby Beverly in a death match on Friday and then wrestle Homicide on Sunday. And I'm just like, you might not make it. So.
And if you do, Monday's going to be awful.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, at least does he? I'm assuming he's got Saturday off. I hope.
Yeah, he's not on. There's H2O on Saturday. He's not on that, thankfully. But hey, somebody could get hurt, and they might give Danny a call.
He's
a reliable person. He'll show up.
Yeah,
but he's also dumb, and he'll show up. So.
He's had some very fun matches in ETU though, like Shaza, Matt Cardona, the Tremont one was good. Yeah,
the Tremont one we almost got. The building was not happy about the blood.
Oh no!
Was that your closest call?
They weren't mad. This is what happened. So I went and paid the venue at the end of the day, and they were like, that one in the middle. And that's where Danny is on every show, the one in the middle, because you got to clean up after Danny. So they were like, that one in the middle was a lot of blood. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Not what I had intended. And he goes, it's okay. One time, a few years ago, this company brought out they were using the fluorescent light bulbs. And that was us at ICW, and we got kicked out. And I was like, oh, I don't know anything about that. I was, yeah,
And said,
I was
doing
like,
content for
I was
that
on
show.
commentary, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were like, no glass. And we put we put 2 tables stacked and a cabin of light tubes in the middle and covered it with a black tablecloth. Then when the main event came out, they just went, and it was a cabin of light tubes, and they did like a superplex off a ladder through it, and we got kicked out. But I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Cool.
I can only assume that would be the Mecca.
Yeah. It was at the Mecca. It was Murdoch versus Reed Bentley. It was a long time ago. Yeah. But we got kicked out.
Damn.
It's not real hardcore if you haven't been kicked out of a venue.
Yeah, I mean, it's ICW. You get kicked out all the time.
Yeah. It's about you gotta find the ones who'll let you do your thing, right? So
yeah, Hart Ballroom's great. They have no problem. They're just like, put a tarp down, clean up. We're like, cool, we will.
That's it.
Yeah, some people are like, we made like a full on like 60-second like gore video of the worst that we do at ICW, and we just send it to venues like, hey, this is what it is. And either they're like, I'm gonna call the cops, or they're like, we need all the money up front. You know, right. It's like one or the other. So but it's I get nervous, but it is what it is. I know that I'm gonna be fine. I'm just trying to do like hardcore, you know, the ECW or the Ring of Honor Fight Without Honor stuff. You know, stuff like that. I'm not getting crazy yet.
Yeah. A match that I don't think will be getting crazy like that at all that you got coming up on Summer Madness. I've been seeing some very fun promotion for it going back and forth between the two on Twitter is Alec Price and Lee Moriarty. Yeah. Wow. That on paper, just so exciting.
Loving it.
Yeah, it's a great matchup, and I love booking Price because he can do anything. That's how I look at him. Is like when I'm putting together a roster, I'll book Price without knowing what I'm gonna do for him, just because he's like a chess piece that I know that I can move very freely, and he can fit in whatever role. He's been in a gauntlet match. He's been in a 4-corner survival. He's been in the tournament. He does this. He can do whatever you need, but I just want to have him on, like, signed up, you know, because he's also a talent that gets busy. So Moriarty I've known for a long time, and we've tried to book him. He was on ICW once. We tried to book him again, and it just became difficult. And then obviously the AEW stuff, it became even more difficult. But I ask him every show if he'll be on the show. And he asked me, hey, what's up? When's the next one? And we talk. And it just finally fell into place. I never had like a dream match in mind for Lee. I just want him to be on the show. That's basically it. I just want him to be a part of what I'm doing because he can do anything. And but this is definitely best case scenario, I think.
Right.
They're gonna rip it up. It's gonna be fast. Lee's gonna slow him down with grappling. I think you're gonna see. I'm interested to see how Lee reacts to the Mecca loves Alec Price. I'm very, very interested to see how Lee reacts to them loving him and loving Lee also, but just seeing somebody else get such a rave reaction, I'm very interested to see how he reacts to that.
Yeah. You mentioning Alec Price being able to kind of do anything, even in, you know, the New England and like kind of tri-state area, super, super over. Everybody loves him. As soon as you kind of move out of that area, and especially into the South, because he had this, does he still have?
He does.
Subtitle? Yeah.
Yeah, the Bone Storm Championship. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they loathe him there, and it's like you get, just the diversity in him.
It's very strange. They love him some places. They hate him in Tennessee. They hate him at when he goes to New South. They boo him, and it's just he's from Boston, man. Like I want to not like him too.
Right.
It's just in my in my blood to hate somebody from Boston or Philadelphia. So it's just like, but just the way he talks and presents, it's like, man, like he's really as good as he thinks he is, and I don't really like that. But
Yeah,
from
Makes it worse.
Point,
just can't help but appreciate
I want him on my team, though.
Mhm.
That's
Sure.
how I look at it. I want him working for me.
All right. So which of these teams would you rather have working for you? ATR or Rip City Shooters?
They're all crazy. They're all
Yeah.
crazy individuals. Gabe and Tristan are from around me. So we're all from Long Island. So they're from right around here. And I'm always going to have soft spot for people who are in my proximity. I want to see people do well in my area. And they're so good as a tag team, but then also as singles competitors, they're fantastic. Whether it's at Limitless or both of them at Remarkable Wrestling, which I do commentary there also. And it's just watching them grow and get so much better. Now seeing them get bigger opportunities at like Deadlock Pro and stuff like that. It's fascinating to see them accelerate. On the other hand, when I booked them, I was like, this is like the super indie team. Cool. How can I bring the maximum amount of chaos towards them? And it's a book Psycho Sid Jr., Josh Bishop, and his handler Maserati Wes Barkley. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I was like, who can Josh throw the furthest? That was like, it's Gabe Sky. He can throw Gabe the furthest. So let's find out how far. So that's the game plan. I have no idea what's going to happen. Josh sent me like a list of things he needs. So I was like, sure, bro, whatever you need.
I need 4 doors, please.
Yeah, that's around that. I need these things. Yeah. So it'll be, I don't think we're going to lose the building. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried if the cameras can keep up with action. That's what I'm more so worried about.
Is the split screen technology ready?
Now that I got to put that on the to-do list. It's pretty graphic.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good. This is good. This is the things I need. I need to remember this. I'm literally going to write this down right this second. So horrible.
Another match you might need.
Chaotic. Go ahead. Next.
I was going to say there's another match you might need it for, actually, though, and it's you were talking about your number one contendership. You get a title shot by winning a key.
Yeah.
So there's a 4-corner. Is it a 4-corner survival?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know if it was that or just chaos 4-way, but 4-corner. So 4-corner survival, number one contender 4-way. Jay Bougie versus 3 question marks.
Find out. Show up and find out, kid. Have a good time.
Gonna stay question marks.
Yeah. It's fine. He wanted to have an attitude so he can find out day of. That's how I look at it. Hey,
respect.
I'll keep it completely honest. The SAT recommended him. He came and helped out at a couple shows, helped set up the ring and break down the ring. He was super respectful. I went out of my way to look at his work and was impressed. So I booked him. Then I booked him. I announced him, treated him. I made a video, treated him like he's a part of the team, and he's going to come out and talk shit about me. So now you don't get to know who you wrestle, but it will be 3 other people, and you can find out who it's going to be. So
the bro does have a little bit of an attitude problem, but he's a pro wrestler, so it's not too out of the realm.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But I like that. I like that he's promoting the show, even if it's in his own way. But I'm not gonna sit here and pander. I'm gonna make it difficult. So have fun.
There we go. And then of course main event,
Yeah.
key to the East title.
Yep.
Yes.
Marcus Mathers, key holder,
Yes.
gets his title match finally with Masha Slamovich, who's gonna hopefully remember to bring the title with her.
I will remind her. I will remind her. Yeah.
So
It's felt like it's a long time coming. Obviously, our third show, we had the tournament. These two faced off in the finals of the tournament. She was victorious. That was in September of last year. Masha has not wrestled on an ETU show since then. So she's super busy. Like, let's just keep it all the way real. Like, she's doing Impact, she's doing GCW, she's doing AAW, she's doing West Coast Pro, she's doing Prestige. She's champion at a lot of these places also. And it's very difficult to book her. And she'll just say to me, this is a direct quote, "Shrugs, if you want me on your show, run a Thursday." And I'm like, I'm not running on a Thursday. like, it's just not. It's not happening.
That's crazy.
But that's her though. If you want me to wrestle for you, run a Thursday. And I was like, I just can't. I'm running Sundays and it's hard to get you. Like, that's difficult, And she's coming right off a Japan tour with GCW. Now she's got Impact this weekend in Chicago on Friday and Saturday. Then she flies home to do ETU. And it's a tough schedule, but it's what she signed up for. It's part of being a star. And the kid's hungry. He's ready to rock. He's been on every single show. He was a replacement on the first show. He wasn't supposed to be on ETU 1. Cole Radrick was supposed to be. Had car problems. First one up, I was like, I'll call Mathers. And now he's positioned himself that he has the best match on every show. He's on every show. He's putting out, promos. He's working hard. And do I think that he's ready for a pissed off Masha Slamovich? I'm not sure. It's like a loose polar bear in the ring. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It might end in 2 minutes. She might play with her food. Who knows? It could be 15 minutes. But he better be ready because it's all gas. That's how she is. So it'll be interesting, if anything.
Is it safe to make a joke that there's no way Marcus Mathers will only go 2 minutes?
I don't know if it's safe.
15, yeah. 15, yeah. He's right.
I'll tell a story here. After him and Jordan wrestled on the 1 year anniversary,
it's like 40 minutes.
It was 36 minutes bell to bell. And I walked into the back and he was so excited. He was like, because he knew it was good. He was so excited. What'd you think? And I just go, if you ever go that far over your time again, you'll sit out a show. And he just looked at me so upset. and he was so upset. And I just walked away. And he was like, but was it good? And I just kept walking.
It was a great match, dude.
It was great.
How much did they go over?
I told him 15-18.
Wait, you said 15 and they went 36.
Wait, so I said 15-18, right? And then right before they went out, oh, I hate that we're doing this. Right before they went out, they were like 20. And I was like, all right. I was like, but the SAT are on next. Like, you're semi-main with the
So
SAT
you gave them 20
last.
and they went 16 minutes
They
over?
They almost doubled up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a really good match.
It was great. It was great. But I was unhappy. And then for the main event, when they wrestled again at the last show, the TLC I stood by hard cam and was just giving out hand signals.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And Jordan looked up at me and I was like this, and he went, and I was like,
I
and
love pro wrestlers and I love promoters. Y'all are hilarious.
no, it's funny. It really,
Mhm.
but the thing is that so many people could, in hindsight, be upset about it.
Yeah.
But to me, it's funny, and I'll bust Marcus's balls about it. Jordan Oliver also,
Yeah.
He'll message me, "Hey, you got anything?" I'm like, "Hey, man, the show's not long enough. I'm sorry, like, can't help you, bro. We got a time limit."
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I could put on there like 60-minute time limit, and they wouldn't even question it. They would just be like, "Oh, okay, let's go."
Means we got 60 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Not like if I were to go and I don't put time on Danny's name on the sheet because I know he's able to do. He's going to do what he's going to do, but it's always 12.
It's compact.
Yeah,
it's always gonna do.
It's 12 max because he'll just get tired. But it's just like I don't have to worry about that. The SAT, I don't give a time because they're usually on last. And that's what the people are here to see. They're here to see them air it out. Like, go ahead, man, do what you got to do. But if they're not on last and I tell them the time, they're usually within, It's a respect type situation. And I get the kids want to go out and show out and shine. And I'm all for it, but like within reason. If they would have went 30 and I gave them 20, I would have been like, come on, chill. But it's like 36 bell to bell.
That's a lot.
That's 40 with entrances. Like we're tripping right now. Like
really good match though.
It was great. I don't think they needed to be doing chops like.
But if they did that on TV, like they'd be fired. Well, they wouldn't have the opportunity to.
No, the referee would be in the ear like, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Right.
So and I'm just not that way, but I was more on top of it for the second match. Like I said, I told them, I was like, I'm going to stand by hard cam and I'm going to give you the countdown. I'll give you 10, 5 and 2. And they were like, okay. And they were right there with it. He looked up at me, bloody Jordan, and was like asking for more. And I was like, brother,
wrap it up.
You're done. like what else could you possibly do?
Wrap it up, B. You need to have the little thing from Chappelle's show back there.
Exactly.
Wrap it up, B.
I need the Oscar music. Like, why is Oscar music playing from the stage? Yeah, wrap it up. Take it home.
Great story. God. I love it. Got 20 and went 36.
Crazy.
Life.
I apologize to Marcus Mathers and Jordan Oliver for bringing that up.
They deserve it.
Shame them. Just shame them. Okay, cool. All right. Well, so Summer Madness, that's coming up Sunday, 3:00 Eastern. That's on IWTV.
It is.
Do you have a promo code for IWTV for the good people who, if they sign up?
I think it's the struggles.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does though, but
we gotta try to get one of those. Get an IWTV promo code. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it does though. It used to get you free days. Now I think it just shows you have influence, and you might get like $1 a month for every person that signs up, like that. And
okay.
So if you get 20 people to sign up, maybe get your free account. I don't know. You guys still pay for it?
I do. Yes, I definitely do.
It's doable.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to from your story is I'm trying to get a show on IWTV at this point. I like the little story that you told.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas, so
send it to me.
I got you.
I'm very, very serious.
Okay.
We are looking to do more content.
Yeah.
And if I've seen anything that you do, you don't half-ass anything. You do stuff very, very well and polished. And also I'm happy to help with editing because it gives me more work too. So if you have ideas,
I do. I have a couple.
Yeah. Feel free, pitch, and we can make something work. I'm happy to help. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, look at that.
I'm trying to think. Anything else about Summer Madness? Billy Starks will be there. I don't know what she's doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Gonna do
There's
something.
Pretty boy
Billy's
Smooth, you said,
Yeah,
is gonna be
DB
there
gonna
also.
be there. Akira will be
Mhm.
there. Desmond
Ken.
Cole.
Oh, I
There is
like
a.
Desmond Cole too. Yep,
I
that's
did.
a good. Where do you have a? Are you gonna announce before that happens what they're gonna be into, or is it just like the show's happening? Get
No.
these great matches. I like
I
it.
Also, the
think I
people
saw a
that
Ken Broadway graphic somewhere too.
fuck him.
You made him a graphic though.
I didn't
Strong.
make that shit.
What KB did? What KB did?
He's just. I've known him for a very long time. Long time. 2016, so a long time. I drove him to his first Combat Zone booking. I've known Ken a very long time. Love him to death. He just needs to focus on the right things.
Nah,
And that's all.
Yeah.
Just stay focused. If
I
you're
feel
going to
you.
be a star, then be a star.
yeah.
That's all. None
Mhm.
of this roller coaster career. Like, he
Respect.
should have been on TV already.
Yeah.
Already. And now he gets mad because other people who get on TV just copy some of the things that
Other
he
people
does.
that are not as good as him are doing his shit. Yeah, you're right.
So he's mad. But I'm like, the problem is your lack of consistency. You're a roller coaster. Sometimes you're going fast, sometimes you're going slow. It's high, it's low. You're all over the place. Be consistent. So when I speak to him in that aggressive type way, he doesn't really like it. But if I can't rely on you, so then how am I supposed to put you on a roster where I can't rely on you? So I put you in these multi-man matches because you're just not a reliable person. Yeah, he's undefeated. When I try and text him to book him, he doesn't answer. So what am I going to do? Now all of a sudden he's talking about he's going to show up. Show up. I want you to show up. I will pay you to wrestle. Just be reliable and be consistent with it. That's all. Be a star. It's easy, I guess. For him, it is. He's got all the tools, right?
He does have all the tools.
Absolutely.
Look at him. God, it's frustrating.
Mhm.
And he's frustrated with me because I speak to him in a aggressive way that
Right.
most probably don't.
Mhm.
So show up and be a star.
But there's no point in sugarcoating it. That's not going to help for anybody.
No, everybody does that for him.
They do.
You know? So show up and be a star, or don't. I'll be there on Sunday regardless. So we'll see. But anything else? I highly suggest anybody tune in right when it starts, because I'm gonna live up to the name. Expect the unexpected. There's gonna be stuff on there that's not announced. There's gonna be, I don't know. I'm coming in hot though. So yeah.
Mhm.
Be there. Trust me. If you could be there on time. And if you're watching, tune in on time, because we're coming out down the barrel fast. So yeah, I'm excited though.
All right then. So Sunday,
Yeah.
3 p.m. IWTV. Ticket link if you happen to be, traveling distance to Ridgefield Park, New Jersey to go to the Mecca. The ticket link's right below in the video description. There's still tickets available. Go see Crazy Card. We just talked about all the dope shit you're gonna see.
Yep.
Anything else? Anything for yourself that you want to plug? I know you got some fantastic merch, some very very dope shirts.
I got a lot going on. Let's see. Watch ICW on Friday, volume 50. If you have IWTV, watch What Goes Around with me and Brandon Kirk. Watch ETU on Sunday. If you want to buy any merch from me or from ETU, you can go to everydaystruggles.live. I got shirts there. I have shirts at the show. I got trading cards and a whole bunch of stuff. Gonna add more stuff for ETU soon. And that's about it, man. I'm doing a lot, but I'm happy to do it. It's one of those situations where it's like everybody's always begging, like, we want to eat. We're starving. We want to eat. Fill my plate. But then when the plate's full, we're like, that's a lot. That's a lot of food. So I can't really complain, but I just have to, I'm trying to pace myself to get to it all. But when I can, I want to help others. So you say you have ideas for an IWTV show. I want to hear that, because in the end, if I can put you on, somebody gave me a shot at one point in time to do something cool. Why can't I do the same? So that's what this whole community of independent wrestling, especially in content creators, We're not in there taking bumps, but we're providing something that a lot of people don't do. And I can get on the wrestlers' cases all the time. They're not doing podcasts like this and talking about the event. They're barely doing promos. They're barely retweeting graphics.
Right.
And they get paid for a service, but a lot of it comes with more than wrestling. Hey, Lee Moriarty, what a pro. That man cut 2 promos for ETU. He didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
His reach and his draw is just from being him, but he decided to go out of his way to put out a promo that was beautifully done, and then a rebuttal promo within minutes after Alec. Like, that's the type of pro and the type of locked in that individual is, makes him worth every penny. And I say that to a lot of wrestlers. How do I get booked? How do I get here? How do I get there? Act like you care. If you're making a debut, cut a promo. Ask if they have a video guy to send something to. Ask if there's anything that you can do. Can I go on a podcast? Can help with sponsorships or point people in the right direction to build your value? And it's hard, but I will reward people for doing that, and yeah, it's difficult, man. But like I said, somebody gave me a shot once and multiple of them. So if I can help give somebody else a chance, whether it's booking a wrestler or helping a content creator get a show on IWTV, I'm down to do it, man. I'm happy to help. Always.
That's what's up. That's love, man.
Has to
You
be.
don't see that a lot out here in this community. Everybody's just so me, and like when you want to see somebody kind of spreading the wealth, spreading the knowledge, it's really refreshing to hear.
Yeah. It's because I can't do it all.
Right.
I've learned that. But that's the whole thing, is now that I'm so busy that I can't do it all, I say no to a lot. I turn down a lot of commentary bookings. It's not because I don't want to do it. I just can't. I just have no time to do that. But I will have no problem in saying, hey, I suggest X, Y, and Z if you're looking for a commentator, or I suggest this person. He's got a great podcast. He's never done commentary before, but maybe give him a shot. That's what happened with me. I went from podcast to commentary to, oh, he does graphics. Oh, he does videos. Oh, he does this. Oh, he can host. Oh, he can do that. Oh, he can book a wrestling show. Hey, give me a shot and I'll run with it. Why not give somebody else the ball every once in a while? Can't run every play. I'm not Derrick Henry. Can't do it every down, So, hey, all about spreading the wealth. Everybody should do it.
Hell yeah. That's a hell of a positive note to end on, Struggles. I want to thank you again for your time. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. One more time, everybody, watch Summer Madness this Sunday on IWTV, and do check out ICW on Friday. I know I'll be watching it. I love me some deathmatch wrestling, so
it's gonna be gross. That's the best. I've seen, they have drawings of what they're building. It's terrifying. Yeah, it's gross. It's not your normal just like glass, which I'm wildly desensitized to the glass. But I'm very, very happy that I'm gonna be at H2O. It's like the crow's nest. Like, I'm up in the perch. I'm very psyched about being far away from everything that's going on. So if you like deathmatch, then Friday is it. Trust me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you again for joining us. Reg, before we head out, where can everyone find you, my man?
Of course, at Righteous Reg on all your social medias. You can find me later today on the Dynamite Post Show with Denise. Tomorrow, I am on, I think we're going to do Ask Grapsity this week again. Also on the Ring of Honor Post Show with Kate. Then on Saturdays, every Saturday, you can catch me on the Grapsity podcast with Philip Lindsay. I have so many podcasts that I just can't remember sometimes. Every Wednesday, you can catch me with Mike on Indeed. Got a new music video out. They fixed my name in Fight Forever. There's just it's a lot of great things going on right now. So thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Fight Forever for patching Reg's name incorrectly. And for myself, always here every Wednesday talking with independent wrestlers, people involved in and around the wonderful world of independent wrestling with Reg. Next week, we have Myung Jae Lee joining us.
Nice.
Week after that, we will have Sway Archer. hanging out with us.
Love it.
And there's a whole list. I can't remember them all. We're literally booked out all the way to the first week of September.
Jeez.
So yeah, hey, that's what we want to do. Talk about independent wrestling with the faces involved in it. So yeah, find me here every Wednesday at 6:00. I do brunch on Love Wrestling every Sunday at 1. Go to an indie show, buy some merch, support your favorite wrestlers, support people out there creating art in the space, doing their thing. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Love you.